Before we went on break, we went over a lesson on transformations, and the first one we went over was translation. So in this example or review, I'm going to go over translating this triangle ABC. This is the pre-image, 6 units to the right and 7 units down. So the way I showed it to you, that was translation was a shift, and just taking every vertices labeled A, B, and C, and moving each of those 6 units to the right and 7 units down will give you the final image, or the image of that translation. So if I start off with A, I'm going to start here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 6, then go 7 units down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to give me my A prime. So that one here I'm going to label A prime. Alright, then same thing with B. You go 6 units to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's going to be your B prime. Right, and same thing with the C. 6 units to the left, to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way down there. That's going to be my C prime. So if I connected all of those points from here to here, from there to there, and from there to there, I'm going to end up with my translation of 6 units to the right and 7 units down. And this, again, is called the image. Alright, so from pre-image to image, the translation was 6 units to the right and 7 units down. Alright, our second transformation that we went over was reflection. So we went over only basics of reflections, which was reflecting over the x and y axis. In this particular example, we're going to reflect this image, this triangle, over the y axis. So that means we're going to find every vertices A, B, and C and reflect it over the y-axis. Best thing to do is figure out the distance of A from the y-axis and reflect it that same distance over the y-axis. So here, starting with A, this is 2 units from y. So I'm going to reflect it over the y-axis 2 units. So 1, 2. So this point right here is going to be A prime. Same thing with B. 1, 2, 3. So I got to reflect it 3 units over the y-axis. 1, 2, 3. So this one here is going to be B prime. C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So reflect this over the y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here is C prime. And if I connect all of those reflected points, you end up getting a mirror image of that triangle. So this one here is the pre-image. Is the image, the reflection over the y-axis. The third transformation we went over was rotation, which is probably the toughest transformation that we went over on that day. So the reason why I wrote down the coordinates of each point A, B, and C is because it'd probably be a lot easier to identify where that gets rotated. So what's our direction is, or what we're being asked to do is rotate the triangle clockwise 90 degrees about the origin. Alright, so the origin is right there, right? So we're going to rotate it about. So that means clockwise means we're going to go in this direction. So you're taking every one of these points and rotating it 90 degrees over here to the first quadrant. Alright, so the reason why I wrote down these units is because this point A is going to get translated all the way over here, and it's going to actually be moved to 4 units to the right, so 4 positive 2. So we look at that 4 positive 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 positive 2. It's right there. So this one is actually going to be our A prime. This one is going to get rotated over here to 2, 2. So 1, 2, 2 2's right here. And that one's going to be our B prime. And then this one's going to get rotated over here to 2, 6. So 2 and then up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is right there. So that's going to be our C prime. So if we connect all of those points, again, this one's a tough one to see. Best one to do is the way I showed you, where you actually twist your graph around and make the y-axis the x and the x-axis the y. You'll actually see where it gets rotated to. So again, this point gets rotated over here to 4, 2. B comes to 2, 2, and then C is over here at 2, 6. Just takes practice. Just remember, if it was 180 degrees, it'll get translated all the way down here. Alright? So that's transformations. I'm not going over dilation yet. That's the fourth one. That's the one where the size increases or decreases. But practice these with the worksheets that's given, and we'll have to review these again on Friday when I get back.